We'd like to welcome Michael Block to the Media Centre here at the Charles Schwab Challenge. Thanks for making a little time with us, Michael. I know we got a short period of time with you, but I guess the first question is, what has this last couple of days been like for you after your sensational week last week?
I mean, I've said it a lot, but it's just a dream. I'm just cruising. Actually kind of glad that at this point I haven't come to reality about what's happening, and so I can actually play pretty good golf, because I think if I sit down and think about it too much, I'm not sure if I could swing the club on Thursday.
You teach lessons for a living. What lessons have you learned about time management the last few days that you could pass on to maybe some of your students?
You need a team. You know, I hear the guys getting a lot of crap about their teams out here, and no longer do I think that's crap. I think it's great, and they need it. There's a lot going on, and I really apologize to all my friends and fans and PGA members out there that have texted me. I'm sorry I haven't gotten back to you. I literally scroll and scroll and scroll, and it's never ending. I can't even get to the bottom of any of my feeds to even see how many or who's seen me. So it's been crazy.
And just before we take some questions here, you've had a chance to look at the golf course, I think, today. I don't know how many holes you played, but what are your first thoughts on Colonial?
Yes, today was my first time on property here at Colonial. I absolutely love it. The people here have been amazing. The invitation was fantastic, obviously from Charles Schwab and everyone here. I've only been here on property for 20 hours in town, and everyone has been absolutely endearing. The volunteers have been amazing. I've made sure to pretty much meet every single one of them that's out there today. And yeah, the course is great. The course fits my eye. A lot of cuts off the tee. You got to be pretty straight, and the greens are perfect. And I've got a nice little ryegrass around the greens. So to be honest, it fits me a lot better than it did last week.
Sounds good. We'll jump into the questions. We'll start with Todd. Just raise your hand if you have a question. We'll get your mic.
Did you bring clothes with you? Did you have to stop at the store, or what'd you have to do?
I got the same bag. My wife packed it very quickly over in New York yesterday, and then I had to jump on a plane and come over. And I have, I think, in my locker a new package of clothes for this week. So thank God, because I'm not very good at doing laundry.
And I heard you on the radio yesterday where you said someone offered you $30,000 for your 7-iron. Are you gonna accept the offer? Are you gonna keep the club? What's the plan?
I've had a couple different offers. Actually, it's crazy, right? But I've had a couple different offers, and the initial response was it was $50,000. I'd hand deliver it, and kind of kiddingly, but I guess not really anymore. But I've had other people ask about it to maybe have it preserved in certain spots for the PGA and et cetera, stuff like that. So it's up in the air. For right now, it just needs to hit shots in there close for me, and I'll go from there.
Come over on this side.
Michael, there's been a lot of press for Arroyo the last 2 days. What does this all mean for not just your club, but for golf in South Orange County as a whole?
I hope it means a lot of good things, you know. I mean, golf's been on a big boom since COVID. Our club's been doing great prior to this. It will always be doing great one way or the other, whether this happens or not, or with or without me. We have such a great facility on 240 acres right in the middle of southern Orange County. So, yeah, the Rancho Mission BL company that owns it and the Donovan brothers that run it, everyone there, I don't know what it's like. I've seen videos. It looks amazing. It looks really cool. I can't wait to get back there and celebrate with everybody that's there working while I'm out here living a dream.
So your manager for the club is here with you right now. Is that correct?
Yes. So I'm the head golf professional, and then my director of operations is here, who's a PGA member, and then my general manager will be flying back in, I believe, tomorrow. His daughter goes to TCU, so he can't wait to get back here.
All right. MK, right
Hey,
here.
Michael. Just wondering, out of all of the incredible experiences you've had within the last week, what has been the most encouraging takeaway for you personally?
That my golf game's good enough? Sorry. Yeah, that my games can hang with these guys. So, it's been a weird week for me. Sorry, I apologize.
No need to apologize. We'll go to Steve on this side.
Well, you mentioned a minute ago you're kind of glad you're not waking up so you can kind of, just go with the dream. But how do you feel physically and mentally,
Great question. Horrible choice of black pants today. Horrible choice. I don't have any shorts with me at all. So I'm going to try to get some shorts here this afternoon, at least when I'm out here practicing tomorrow. I'll have some shorts on. But Yeah, it's crazy, but yeah, this heat's good. But yeah, on the back nine here today, I started getting pretty tired, getting a little worn out. The sun's really hot out there; it's really humid. So I was just trying to drink as much water as I can and rehydrate and come in here. And then I'm really looking forward to have some sushi tonight, and pretty excited about that.
Amy?
Michael, what's been the biggest surprise of the last few days?
I mean, getting a text from Michael Jordan today. I'm a big Jordan guy my whole life. I was a little kid in Iowa saving $100 for a pair of Jordans back in the day, and pretty darn cool, to say the least.
Could you share what he had to say?
It was something in the way that what he saw is why he loves the game of golf so much.
I guess that answers my next question of the most unexpected person that you've heard from.
It was him, for sure. A lot of different people, though, have been hitting me up. A lot of people have been giving me support even before it happened. One of my best friends is Albert Pujols, and I was able to watch him. I went to most of all of the games while he was a Dodger, which when he was close to me, and then would follow him around as a St. Louis Cardinal, too. And to be around him and to see what he did and at a similar age to me, and to watch his professionalism and his willpower, and I mean, to be around guys like that really, really helps. And I also play a lot of golf with Patrick Cantley, who, as you know, is robotic. And I'm the opposite, the opposite, but at least I can put a little bit into that in my golf game and learn from these absolutely wonderful human beings and athletes.
Anything anymore? Yeah, we'll get a mic right back here. Jake, can you pass that mic behind you there? Thank you. Go ahead, Steve.
Over here, Michael.
Great, thanks.
How comfortable are you with all of this?
I've been around it in like a weird kind of small way and little tidbits here and there over the last 10 years. So I'm somewhat comfortable with it. I mean, I'm not, it's just weird now where I come up through a gate and the guys at the gate are screaming block party, you know, when I'm going through, and the guy making me an omelet gave me knuckles and said I did awesome last week. I mean, that's the part where it's a little beyond me at this point, you know, so it's cool, but I'm trying to enjoy it, and I feel somewhat natural with it, so it's cool.
And just as a follow-up, and not to put a big damper on this, but inevitably this ends in some way at some point. Have you thought about that, or are you just riding it out?
Yeah, I don't really know what the future is going to hold whatsoever. I'm not trying to guess what is going to happen. I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing. I just show up on Thursday, tee it up with Min, which is a buddy of mine, which is great. So super comfortable pairing, and just have fun. Just keep doing exactly what I've been doing, exactly what I did last week, and exactly how honestly I've lived my whole life. And whatever comes of it, comes of it, and I'll enjoy it one way or the other. I've got a great life both ways, so it's good. It's good all the way.
Steve, we'll go back
So,
to you.
Michael, did Jordan get a response from you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I said-
he's
I-
one of the
I-
ones that got it. One.
Yeah, I told him that I just want to be in one of his 36-hole games.
And just the other question I got: what's the connection to Pujols, and how did that come about?
Came about one of my best friends back in Orange County. I'm a member at Dove Canyon Golf Club, and one of the other members is Nick Punto, who was a baseball player at the Angels and a couple other places. So Nick and I have been great friends for a long time, and he had a whole bunch of baseball guys out one day, and he asked me to play, and he goes, "Oh yeah, and you're with Pujols," and I was like, "What?" I'm like, "That's cool." And so played with Albert, and I shot like 64 or something like that, and he's like, "We need to play. We need to keep playing some golf." And he goes, "Do you want to play tomorrow?" I'm like, "Yeah." And so we become good buds, and I'm going to his wedding in the Dominican on December 15th, which will be a lot of fun, to say the least.
We'll just wrap it up. Michael, I know your son's caddied for you in the past, and this was an unexpected tournament to get into. Will you have the same caddy as you had last week?
I do. John Jackson, full-time Pebble Beach caddy, great player in his own right. And he came and covered for me last year because my kid couldn't caddy for me until Wednesday of the Southern Hills PGA Championship. So John came out and caddied for me on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday last year. And this year, my kid couldn't caddy again, so at all. So I invited John to come out and be my boy on the bag, and John did an amazing job. He's this like super chill cat that keeps you really grounded and keeps you level, and he loves talking about anything but golf, walking down the fairway, which was huge last week.
All right. Well, we appreciate you making time for us, and good luck this week.
Cheers. Thanks for having me.